Hi, this is Rony Mullick, and you're watching the post market show. So let us discuss what happened in Nifty today and the major events of the day. So obviously today, the US-China tension has again re-emerged. So we know that a few days back there was a Quad meeting, and where the world leaders had met in Tokyo, and then there was a question asked to Joe Biden, the president of the United States of America, where he was asked that if China attacks Taiwan, will US be there to defend China? And Joe Biden said, yes, the US will do whatever it's necessary to defend Taiwan from China's hands. And that has triggered a major tension in the global markets. So as of today, we have got a news that China has conducted military drill on the Taiwan borders, and that has created a jitter among the traders, and that has been reflected in the markets. So towards the second half, the markets were down, and Nifty from the day's opening, it has been continuously trading in a downward channel, is what we see. And also, most important, FOMC minutes of the meeting will be released at 11:30 p.m. tonight. So there was some confusion where I said that it would be announced. It was announced yesterday, so actually it will be announced today evening at 11:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So with that, let us start with the Nifty's analysis for the day. So the Nifty, if you can see, the market opened with a slight gap up, but there it was sold into. So the first candle, 16,223, was the high for the day, and from there the market trended continuously on a downward channel. It took support at a major support level, which is 16,000. The market came as close as 16,006. From there it took support, shot up around 100 points, but again towards the end it again came down towards 16,000, closing slightly above that. 16,025 is the level for Nifty's closing today. And talking about Bank Nifty had again, it ended in the green today. So for continuous 2 days we see Bank Nifty ending in the green, so that is strong. So the banking stocks are strong, and we saw the US sell-off in the tech stocks. Snapchat was down almost 44% yesterday, and that dragged the Nasdaq index down to almost 3%. And the same bearishness had continued as expected in the Indian IT sector, which is down by almost 3.5% today, being the major sector to fall today. So that is the highest, almost 3% down is the IT sector, and again the banking sector has outperformed today, and it helped Nifty to stabilize. So talking about Bank Nifty, we discussed Bank Nifty, how it traded today. It is although it was showing a lot of strength in the morning, it took resistance again towards 34,700, and from there it broke, and it came towards the day's low, and it ended at the day's low, but it is still higher than yesterday's closing, which is indicating a slight positiveness in Bank Nifty. So talking about indexes, the sectoral indices, I told you all of these sectors are down almost 2-3%. Nifty IT is the major dragger for the day, 3.38% down. And then the two sectors which are up is Nifty Private Bank and Nifty Financial Services. So both of them are up by 0.2 and 0.6% respectively. So this is the condition of the markets right now. So if banking stocks are still holding the markets, let's see how long it can do. So out of 10 sectors, 8 of them closed in the red, only 2 of them closed positive, is how the sectoral indices performed today. Talking about VIX for the day, India VIX was well above 25 yesterday. So there was a slight cool off in the VIX. We saw it down slightly, around 1.4% is where the India VIX came down, but it is still above 25. So this is the major things of the day. Now some of the stocks which were in focus for the day, which was Asian Paints and Berger Paints. So both these paint stocks, Asian Paints is down 8% and Berger Paints down by 7.2%. Now you will ask, why such bearishness in the paint stocks? So the reason being, one is the crude oil prices, which is still above $100. It's around $110 to $114. So that is one thing, but that was already discounted in the prices. But the major development today is Grasim. It is a part of Aditya Birla Group. They have entered the paint sector in 2021, and today they announced a capital expenditure of 10,000 crore in their paint segment. and they expect to launch their product in the paint market by 2024. So that is something which shook the sector leader in paint, which is Asian Paints, and followed by Berger Paint. So these two are the leaders. Asian Paint commands almost more than 50% market share in the paint industry. Now Grasim coming over here and making such big announcement has actually shook the paint sector. That is down by almost 8% today. So almost 250 rupees down in Asian Paints, which is a very, very strong stock, investor favorite stock, and this is how the stock has ended. So same kind of announcement, if you remember, just last week we had Adani Group coming and acquiring ACC and Ambuja Cement and becoming overnight the second largest producer of cement in India. And Ultratech Cement, which was the leader in the cement stocks, it fell around 4.5% when this news broke out. So same kind of reaction we see in Asian Paints as well. It is down by 8%, and Berger Paints is also down. And so this is the kind of reaction we had to this news. So that is why the paint sectors are down. And again, if you look at another sector which is down, is the sugar industry. Sugar industry is down by the Balaram Chini, it is down by almost 8.85%, almost close to 9%, and Renuka Sugar down by 6.7%. So this is something major. Again, this is not a usual downfall. There is again news based fall. So the news, what is the news? The news is the government has asked the sugar industry, the sugar stocks, to take permission for exports. So whenever they're planning to export sugar out of India, they have to take the government's permission. And this news have dragged the sugar the sugar stocks down so much, almost 8 to 9%. So this is something, again, we are seeing something same happened on the steel stocks when the government increased their export duty to 15%, and we saw the steel industries, Tata Steel, Jindal Steel, JSW Steel, all falling 12, 13, 15%. So same thing has happened today. So you can see the government is taking measures to control the inflation. So if they are trying to cut down on the exports, that will make sure that the local markets, the supply is more, and which can bring the prices down, and inflation could be under control. So we are seeing the same thing happening for steel, sugar, and the wheat exports. It is again talked about a lot in the news that government has imposed a ban on wheat exports. So this is again, this industry, sugar industry, is now under the export. So it is not banned, but they have to take permission. If the government does not allow, the sugar industries cannot export sugar. So this is why the sugar industries are down today. And talking about other developments, we see that the New Zealand has increased their interest rate by 50 basis point or 0.5% today, and European Central Bank has also decided to increase their interest rate by 50 basis points from July onwards. Till now they were increasing it by 25 basis points or 0.25%, but from July they plan to increase it by 0.5% on a regular basis. Okay, now another important news is FOMC minutes. So Jerome Powell is they had a meeting, and the minutes of the meeting will be released at 11:30. So we will see how the things look like over there and how the markets react over there. So there is a news that US might not be able to defend the ongoing inflation in US. So this was some kind of speculation which was thrown around in the markets. So that is again causing a major panic in the markets. So this is the current situation. Let's see how the things pan out in the US markets. So it is 11:30. Let us see if the news is out or not. So 11:30, let me refresh this page and see if we can see this. FOMC minutes. FOMC minutes. So no, we have not have any updates till now. So let's wait for a few more minutes. Maybe we can discuss this in the tomorrow's show, in the pre-market show, where we will have a complete update on the FOMC minutes of the meeting and how the US markets are reacting to it, because it is going to be something major. The US markets, if you look at right now, let me show you the US markets and how is it trading. So first we will see how the SGX Nifty is trading. SGX Nifty is trading slightly positive, almost 20 points up in the green at 16,042 is what we can see, and it's slightly up. So US markets, let's see how the US markets are doing. US markets are also slightly bullish is what we can see. S&P 500 up by 0.5 percentage, Nasdaq up by 0.7 percentage, and Dow Jones is also up by 0.1 percentage. Oh, and we are seeing a strong green candle being built up right now as we speak in all the indices, and it is moving up. So that is something good to watch. So maybe the markets are reacting to the FOMC minutes of the meeting. So again, this is again a news-based rally. Let us wait. The markets should end around 1:30 p.m., 1:30 a.m. at Indian Standard Time, and then we will see a clear picture of what kind of day it was for the US markets. And obviously in India, we have an expiry tomorrow. So that is something major. So talking about the FII, DII activities, FIIs have continued to sell for 1,800 crores, and DII today have actually outmatched the sales figures, buying of around 2,200 crores by DII. So with this, what happens is the FII has, from January to May, the 5 months, they have sold around 2,75,000 crores in just 5 months. This is what they had bought for the last 12 years, and they have sold everything off in the last 5 months. So this is the aggravated selling by the FII is what we are seeing the markets. And just in the month of May, still tomorrow is left, and they have already sold almost 50,000 crore. So unless and until the as long as the DIIs are supporting the market, we can expect the market to be stable. Otherwise, if the retail investors stop their SIPs, stop their mutual funds, the DIIs will not be able to sustain the markets anymore, and we can expect Nifty to move down to 10,000 or 11,000 levels. So let's hope the FII selling exhaustions comes soon. Otherwise, there is only a certain limit to which we can buy. Okay, so this is how the markets are looking. Let us quickly look at the OI activities. So open interest wise, this is Nifty 26th May. Tomorrow is the expiry day. It's a monthly expiry, so that is something we should look into. So today we see heavy amount of call build up. 16,200 has the highest amount of call build up today. So people are expecting 16,200 as a major resistance level for Nifty. And on the downside, 16,000 is still strong, and below that 15,800 and then 15,500 is where we see the highest amount of put build up. So this is the kind of picture the OI open interest is telling. Today the PCR has come down to 0.64 because of the aggressive call writing which we can see in the market, and that has brought more bearishness in the markets. So more calls are being written than puts. This is the picture of Nifty. Talking about Bank Nifty, tomorrow Bank Nifty is again 1 second, let me just load this page once. So Bank Nifty, like we said, Bank Nifty 34,000 was a very strong area for Bank Nifty. So we will see the 34,000 how it holds. So 34,000 was a major level. Yes, let me show you the charts right now. Yeah, this is the OI data of Bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty is still the 34,000 people who had sold put OI, they are still holding strong, but we see good amount of call build up at 35,000 and 34,500 levels. So that has brought down the put call ratio. PCR is now around 0.7, so that is indicating more calls being written. So that is exactly what we see in the Nifty today. Bank Nifty, so Bank Nifty max pain wise 34,400, it's indicating the closing price, and max pain for Nifty is 16,100. So this is what the market participants believe that the index will be holding as expiry. But everything depends on how the US markets trade and how it ends, FOMC minutes, how it reacts to that. So that will determine how the market opens tomorrow. So talking about important levels for Nifty and Bank Nifty to watch out for tomorrow. So Nifty, if we open up the 5-minute chart, so 16,140 is going to act as a major resistance. If that is broken on the upside, 16,258 is where we can expect the market to take the next resistance. And obviously down below 16,000 is going to be a major support. If that is broken, 15,950, and again if that is broken, we can expect the markets to fall towards 15,750, which the markets have touched multiple times. And you can see the importance on the daily time frame. how important is yes, 15,750. You can see the markets have took support many times at 15,750 and reversed from there. So these are the levels for Nifty to watch out for. And Bank Nifty, the levels above is again 34,700 to 800 range is again acting as a major resistance for Bank Nifty. Even today it came close to 34,700, sold off from there. So 34,700 on the upside, and on the downside 34,000 is what we can expect to be the immediate supports and resistance for Bank Nifty for tomorrow's expiry. So talking about expiries, an interesting fact, the May month, all the weekly expiries, the 3 weekly expiries, in all of them we saw a major gap down, and the markets continuing to trend, trade in a downward channel even after opening with a gap down. That is the characteristics of the last 3 expiries in the month of May. So tomorrow is the last expiry, that is the monthly expiry. So let's see what happens if the markets open with a gap down or the market open flat, and expect a lot of volatility. The volatility index is around 25. So, and the month of May has been extreme. Markets have made extreme moves. So I'm sure the expiry day will be no different. We can expect extreme volatility tomorrow as well. So people who are trading on the expiry day, please exercise caution, especially towards the second half, where we are seeing aggravated selling from the FIIs. So with this, we will return for the tomorrow morning's pre-market show at 8:30 a.m. where we discuss how the US markets have ended, obviously how they have reacted to the FOMC minutes of the meeting, and then how the Asian markets have opened. So with that, we will join again for tomorrow morning's pre-market show. Until then, good night and thank you for watching.